Hello, comrades! Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Open Potato. This is the wonderful Potatograd Technical University. That's right, things have been going surprisingly well, surprisingly smoothly, I will say. This massive surge in the amount of like home-built buildings that we are currently experiencing is really good. The technical university was something that we finished off in the last episode, I believe, and you know what? It looks the business. It really does. At the moment, we're sort of geared towards teaching a whole bunch of students rather than research. I'm not particularly bothered about the research. The research will, it'll be done when it's done. But teaching and educating is really rather important. So I'm quite happy that we do that. On a wider level, everything else seems to be being built at a fairly snappy rate. We got a lot of trucks that are currently active, moving around, and so that's really good. And thank you, by the way, to everyone who made suggestions on how I can improve and make this series a butt-ton better. There is a couple of things that I want to do, and one of which I've never actually done before. One of the things that I want to do is actually buy a crane. Now, I've never done this. I've never done this before. A tower crane. Let's buy the more expensive of the tower cranes. And now I'd like to see how this operates, to be honest. I don't know if it needs to be loaded onto a flatbed. I don't know if there is a flatbed truck that is going to load the crane onto and then move it around. I don't actually know, but supposedly a crane can come in really rather handy. Let me sell another excavator here, and let me buy a flatbed. Sure, we'll buy a what am I looking for? I'm looking for a open hull, that's right, and we need to get the biggest load vehicle that we possibly can. Sure, we'll get one. And we need to also crank you up as well to make sure that you're as large as possible, and you're cranked up as well. Brilliant. Okay, so we'll see if any buildings are automatically assigned. I don't know how often or how frequently the tower crane can actually be utilized, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see, right? I guess we'll see. Will we see in just a second? No, it doesn't look like anyone really needs the assistance of a tower crane. Well, anyway, the point that I was going to make is that tower cranes can definitely be used, absolutely definitely be used during the construction of high-rise buildings. I don't know, because we're not building any high-rise buildings at the moment. I guess this doesn't really count as a high-rise building. It probably doesn't, and therefore we don't need to get one of the big tower cranes. But anyway, we've now got it, so that'll automatically help with that. Something else that I should mention that I did, I assigned the steel, bricks, prefab panel, and boards to the construction office number 5 over here. Now, of course, these guys won't actually be used until phase 2 of the road building, because at the moment, all we really need in order to finish the first phase of construction, i.e. the groundworks, is a bunch of gravel and a bunch of concrete. So we don't really need to worry about it too much at the moment, but it's definitely future-proofing the situation. There were a couple of questions, by the way, about the sense of building a road bridge as opposed to building a rail bridge. And I first and foremost want to say, absolutely, we're going to be building a rail bridge. The road bridge is just the first step, right? The reason that it's just the first step is, as you can probably guess, it's a cost thing. Now, if I wanted to build a railway bridge, right? Build a railway bridge, 121 kilometers per hour. Let me just show you how unbelievably expensive this is going to be. And yeah, it may look like it's jumping around a little bit. That is indeed because it's jumping around a little bit, because the game is not very well handled to deal with this. There we go. Zoom in. There we go. Are you gonna? You're not even gonna. Okay. I think I might have exceeded the maximum length. I don't want to overtax it, but let me try that again just to see if it does actually work. either way, I'm... Okay, yeah, so there is a max length to the bridge, and I'd be quite keen to see what that max length is, because we might be able to use a little island. There we go. Okay, so I mean, that is going to be a heck of a lot of work. 900 tons of steel. And that would cost me 460,000 rubles, right? And let me be brutally honest. That is halfway. That is halfway. So you're looking at the better part of 1,000,000 rubles. 1,000,000 rubles. 1,000,000 rubles. And not to mention that if we wanted to build that by ourselves, then we would sacrifice 922 tons of steel profit. It's not to say that it won't be built. It absolutely will be built. I just feel like at the moment, a road bridge is going to be fine. And the reason that a road bridge is going to be fine is because of the following weird little mechanic. Now, so what a lorry will do, right? A lorry will fill up with fuel, probably over here. And then a lorry will make its journey all the way across this bridge, right? And even if the lorry or transporter, the tank truck, whatever, even if it runs out of fuel right here, it'll continue on to the next fuel station, which is up here. So I'm actually accounting for the fact that it's entirely conceivable that a truck runs out of fuel at some point on the bridge, because the truck will always continue to drive to the next available fuel station before filling up with fuel and then continuing on its journey. So, I mean, it may look a little bit wacky, and it may look like a couple of trucks are going to get stranded halfway. Rest assured, that will happen. But it's all part of the plan, and it's definitely something that we can account for and take advantage of, I guess, in order to eke out a few extra miles per fuel tank. Anyway, yeah, I mean, construction-wise, everything is looking pretty good at the moment. Over the course of this episode today, I want to try my best and rectify the rail issues that we've been having. I'm just really irritated, frankly, at the fact that we still continually have a bunch of rail issues, and I can never really work out why. It's just one of those things. It seems to just be an ever-present problem. So I'm very much preparing over the course of this episode to intercept some trains that have decided to do naughty things, and instead I'm going to make sure that they can't do that. So that's all looking not too bad at all. You're stopped over there. That's fine. You can go through there. Brilliant. You come down this way. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's all looking reasonably smooth. There are perhaps a couple of different bits of track that I would like to destroy and then replace at some point, just to make sure that it's all running absolutely smoothly. But for the most part, I mean, what can I say? I'm unbelievably happy with how this is all going. We've almost completely funded our very own rail office. That's pretty cool. Medium storage as well, engine transfer, all of this stuff we've actually done completely by ourselves, which is actually quite impressive. Still no use from the road crane. No worries whatsoever. Why don't I try building another prefab flat? I think that's probably an idea, actually. Also, I need to build another kindergarten up here. Yeah, so let's try doing this. Build this out this way. This is just a proof of concept more than anything else. I just want to see how the crane actually works. Right, it's this one that I need. Yep, and we don't want to auto-get citizens. We can just leave that like that, and we'll stick you in there. Brilliant. Okay, reduce the number of employees over here to about 15. In fact, even less than that. Reduce it to about 5. We don't really actually require that many work days in order to make sure that that's all up and running. Oh, yes. The other very, very important thing that I was going to do over the course of this episode is to try and trolley busify the main bus routes that we've currently got. This, by the way, is just a total abuse of physics. It really is. It's truly horrific. But I kind of like it. Yeah, I want to see if we can trolley busify everything, frankly. And also, I want to see if I can try and export power. Which may be which may be a little bit more of a challenge, because if I was just to, if I was just to click export now, how would that work? Does it just work straight up? I think it does just work straight up. We don't have a power issue. No, we don't have a power issue in Potatograd. That's good. Okay, so I think that we are... I think that we're up and running. Yeah, great. Okay, well, let's export as many mega wattage bits as we possibly can. And it doesn't look like we've got a power supply shortage anywhere. Yeah, we're just making money hand over fist, really. Now, of course, the problem with that, it means that we are going to require slightly more coal. However, given that we're almost done with our second ore processing plant, that's probably very, very doable. We do need vastly more coal, though. Vastly, vastly, vastly more coal. As we're just not making enough steel. Yeah. We're just not making enough steel at the moment. Also, there were a couple of comments asking why I don't just have the steel trains picking up directly from the steel mill. It's a great question. It's a great question. Kind of twofold, right? So, for most of the time, the train is just sitting in the open storage. So I can understand why you'd think it might be better to have it just sitting in the steel mill. The reason that I don't have that is because primarily the buffer in the steel mill is only 150 tons, and if we do get to a point where we're cruising and, you know, we're making a bunch of steel each and every second, then we're going to max out that tonnage relatively quickly. And if we only have a single train, then, you know, we're going to throttle our steel production, which is absolutely not what I want to do. The other advantage to keeping these 3 lines open is that I can use these 3 lines in order to deliver extra resources in. So eventually I hope to get to a point where we're able to, you know, sure, have a whole bunch of coal storage over here, a whole bunch of coal storage over here, just as a sort of a backup, I guess. And then also we're delivering resources to the steel mill. I just like to keep them open in order to keep our options open, really, and make sure that we can, you know, we can sort of tackle the future in any way that we see fit, because that gives us as many options as we can hope for, really, frankly. So that's kind of what I'm after. Yes, also I want to build a couple of bridges. I want to build a bridge over here, to be honest, over this bit of road. It really does need to be bridgified. Man, this is looking really good, though. This is looking really, really good. I mean, what can I say? I'm really happy with this whole situation. I'm not super happy about our finances. They could be in a little bit of a better position. We are making a lot of money from power export, though. We are importing rather a lot of stuff, and we are importing rather a lot of food, and also rather a lot of fuel. Yeah, where are we importing the vast majority of our food from? Presumably over at the shopping center? Yeah. Are you delivering food? You're delivering meat. Yeah, we do need to fix that. We need to make sure that that's absolutely up to scratch. Because I am very unhappy with the amount of stuff that we're actually delivering. We're over-delivering on meat, so that's a bit of a bummer. And under-delivering on food, which is also a massive pain. Also, this road needs to be upgraded as well, so I'm gonna start the construction, or construction is the wrong term. I'm gonna start the planning phase for that. There we go. Just to add yet more work to my already highly busy construction offices. Tell you what, though, those construction offices, absolutely brilliant. I am super happy with how things are going on that front. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Yep, and then this road can be upgraded in time. Start construction. There we go. And maybe a couple more people, or a couple more trucks will get busy. But for now, that's no real worry. Wow, the rail construction office is coming along really, really nicely. I'm really happy with that. How are we doing on the coal front? We're not doing too badly in terms of coal. Let me go back along the train line, see if there's any issues on the train line. No, everything looks fine. Everything looks absolutely fine in Kolgradsky, which is great. I think we're going to get another train, actually. I think we're going to get another train, another coal train. 100% we need more coal trains, and we just do not have enough. So let's get that planned out, and bada bim, bada boom. What do you know? We're going to be sitting pretty with yet another coal train. It's not even going to cost me that much money, which is great. Is this a coal train? This is indeed a coal train. Right. Where are you going? You're going straight ahead? Cool. If I dispatch you, are you going to work? You totally will. Oh, nice. Of course, because it's like a circular system. It's going to work. It's going to work absolutely spectacularly. You're going to fill it with fuel. You're going to fill it with fuel. That's brilliant. And you know what I think we might do? You know what I think we might do? I alluded to it earlier. I think we're going to test. I think we're going to test taking this bit of track out. So we're going to force all trains to go through the fuel route that we've got. I don't know if it's actually going to make that much of a difference, but I kind of hope that it'll stop trains, you know, from getting into a little bit of a confusing state. That's kind of the dream anyway. I guess that will remain to be seen if that actually does end up working. Yes, I do want to trolleybusify. Trolleybusify, yes, that is a technical term. No, don't go look it up in a dictionary. Please don't go look it up in a dictionary. Absolutely do not look it up in a dictionary. Also, gravel as well. We need to stay on top of our gravel situation. But to be fair, we are producing enough gravel at the moment. I don't think we're really in need of any more gravel, I wouldn't say. I think we're fine, probably fine on gravel. Okay, we're absolutely not fine on gravel, but that's because the gravel train is currently waiting. Yeah, so gravel is holding up concrete production, and if we're holding up concrete production, then that is not good. So what we can do is we can go back to the other end of the line and sort the gravel out over there. Yeah, so more coal coming in now. I mean, yeah, we need way more coal. We need way more coal than we currently have. Holy cow! This construction office is almost finished. That's fantastic. That's really, really good. Wow. I'm pleasantly surprised. Very pleasantly surprised. Yeah, that's brilliant. That's absolutely cracking. And the ore processing plant as well. We just need a bunch more steel. And that steel is being transported and assembled, you know, at a reasonable rate. I think this system that we've got here is actually not too bad. I don't mind it too much. You know, gives priority to the export of steel, but yet at the same time also accounts for the fact that we need more steel over here, so that we can use it to build stuff domestically. Yes, so theoretically, if I was to upgrade some road to trolleybus road, how much would that actually cost me? I don't really need to upgrade that much road to trolleybus road. I mean, we need to get a trolleybus stop. We need to get a trolleybus stop, and I guess it could probably fit in here, to be honest. It's not the worst idea that I've had. Maybe we could also stick a trolleybus stop down there. I mean, I do kind of like the idea of having a bus platform in the center of the town. But at the same time, it does seem a little bit useless. Also, I kind of feel that this kindergarten is just abysmally useless, and therefore I'm going to remove it and instead get myself a brand new kindergarten. It will be over here, though. There we go. Equipment for citizens. Not equipment for citizens. It's a modded kindergarten. There we go. Brilliant. So let's get that all done. Auto build using rubles. 43,000. Yeah. Get this road all done. That's all going to get built. And then that's going to get built right there. And then that should allow us to build a trolleybus stop right in here. Right, so ditch that, ditch that, ditch that as well. Cool. And then let's go back and see if we can try and build a trolleybus stop. We also need a trolleybus trafo. What the heck? Okay, well, we'll deal with that in just a second. I mean, that's a very funky place to put it, but I kind of like it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it built. Turn off auto build using rubles as well. Not entirely sure why there is a bit of track left over there, but that's a bit of road left over there. Yeah, not entirely sure. And then we're gonna need to make sure that this all gets upgraded to trolleybus road. That can be auto built. Yep. Brilliant. And I do indeed suspect that we're probably going to need to plumb in the trolleybus trafo into this somehow, which I think I know how to do. Right. So that's not going to cost me too much money. So that's fine. Come out this way. Brilliant. And a trolleybus trafo. Now, can I... Nope, can't do that there. Can't do that there. Okay, let's ditch that, and see if we can stick a trolleybus trafo in this spot right over here. Yes, thank you very much. And then let's get this stretch of road upgraded as well. And so, theoretically... Yep, that should all get powered. Buildings without a power supply. Does it need a power supply, presumably, in order to function, and therefore power the entirety of the trolleybus service? I would highly suspect that it probably does. Is it just a regular medium connection, or is it a big connection? It's a regular medium connection. Well, it's a good thing, too. It's a good thing, too, because we've got the capacity for a regular medium connection over here. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Brilliant. Okay, so we are now fully trolleybus electrified as far as I'm concerned. Not to mention the fact that building the trolleybus track, building the trolleybus road, actually also brings with it, I believe, like a massive walking benefit. Yeah, so walking speed is at 100%, which is not quite as high as asphalt road with streets and sidewalks, but it's higher than the gravel road, and it's higher than the basic asphalt road as well. So, you know what? It's not too bad. It's definitely better than a slap in the face with a wet fish, as they say. Right. Let's get that upgraded. How much does that actually cost to upgrade? That costs a fairly large chunk of change, actually. So maybe we don't want to be doing that all the time. But no matter. Get that done there. Not to mention the fact that, you know, we will eventually be able to hopefully see a reduction in costs, because we're gonna be looking to save a whole bunch of fuel that we're currently running our buses on. Okay, can I ditch this? 47. So asphalt plant, concrete plant, brick plant, and cement plant. Yeah, if we just delete that right there. Yeah, I know it's going to make a whole bunch of people really confused. That is what it is. Okay. And wait until that's all cleared up. Come on. Okay, and it hasn't decided to get rid of the plate. But that's actually kind of helpful, because that shows where I want to be building. Right. Trolleybus stop. Yeah, perfect. Right in there. Brilliant. And then let's trolley busify this entire road. And then we just reconnect up the gravel paths. It's literally that simple. There we go. So, you know, costs a little chunk of change, but it gets the job done, and it allows us to properly have a decent trolleybus stop. that means, I guess, technically, that all of the construction works are going to be handled from the bus platform, and then the regular commuter stuff is going to be handled from the trolley stop. We do need to be very careful about this, yeah, we need to be very careful that we don't accidentally end up cutting off a supply of workers to the power plant. Let me leave this bus platform untouched for now. So let's keep this trolley bus. Let's keep this trolley bus route, obviously, but we'll only run one route on it. So we'll just run it from here to here, as opposed to running it from here to here as well. Also, what I need to do, I need to add asphalt, bricks there, and there as well. Cool. You know what? I'm happy to leave it at 25, 25, 25, 25. Yeah, in fact, to be honest, I should probably prioritize the asphalt, prioritize concrete, prefab panels, and cement and bricks don't need to be prioritized altogether too highly, which is quite nice. We will probably have one bus that is very confused. One or two buses that are very confused because the stops have been removed from the route, which is quite nice. And then we're going to need to get ourselves... Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. We're going to need to get ourselves a trolley bus depot. Probably want to make this right about here. Yeah, I could have sculpted the land by hand, but I didn't. We'll get the trolley bus depot so we can start running this. 32 passengers waiting. That's not too bad at all. Yeah. Okay, let's buy a flippin' trolley bus. 65 passengers, 84 passengers. To be honest, just the simple bus will be fine. And I think we just want one. I don't think we need to bother with two. So we'll just go from here, literally, to there. And we'll just get you started as well. Okay, cool. I mean, I've never seen trolley buses before. This is a new concept to me. And my, oh my, oh my, it looks very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. And it can travel up to 60 kilometers an hour, which is very, very nice. So straight away, you know, there's going to be a benefit there. That's lovely. Are you confused yet? You are confused. Go to the depot. Thank you very much. You're not confused. Only one confused bus at the moment, which is quite good. And we will pick up all of those employees. And you can now head over to this good old trolley bus stop. Very, very nice. I'll take that. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. No workers at the asphalt plant at the moment. That is a very big problem. A very, very big problem indeed. Maybe, you know, maybe I want to get a second one. I actually think I do. I actually straight up think that I want to get a second trolley bus. The reason that I want to get a second trolley bus is... Did that copy? No, that didn't copy. The reason that I want to get a second trolley bus is that we simply always have to try and ensure that we've got an employee in either... In fact, not in either. In both the concrete plant and also the asphalt plant. Because otherwise there's a bunch of construction stuff that just can't happen. And if it doesn't happen, it's just going to take ages in order to get anything done. Look at that. What the heck is this swerving around? That is dangerous driving conditions, my dude. Also, why are you taking such a long time in order to get to where you need to go? You're driving at 36 kilometers an hour. Yeah, I'm not altogether too impressed with the driver of this bus. I wish I could somehow fire you, but unfortunately, I cannot do that. Speaking of fire, no fires for a good long time. However, we are in desperate need of food. I say desperate need of food. We're going through quite a lot of food, and it doesn't seem like I've seen a food truck in a while, actually. What are you supposed to be carrying? Grainsky Food Factory? Wait until loaded on that one. Grainsky Food Factory, wait until loaded on that one. Yeah, okay, so we're just taking nothing. Is that what you're telling me? These two trucks that are supposed to be going to Potato Grad Shopping Center, they're not taking anything? Well, that is astoundingly bad. Unbelievably astoundingly bad. I mean, we need better than that, frankly. That's a close truck. Are we making enough food? 3.2 tons of food. 6.4 tons of food. Tons of alcohol. Maybe we just need more food trucks. I do need to clarify that situation, actually. We've got plenty of meat. We're not really wanting for meat at the moment. Trains are all looking fine. Yep, that's looking good. Gravel. Yeah, we need to fix gravel as well. Goodness me. I feel like this is going to be one of those there fixing episodes. Yeah, so we have not got enough employees in order to manufacture enough food here, I think. Is that the issue? Yeah, because we're fine for grain. 76 workers. Are we just waiting for employees to get here? Is that what we're all waiting for? I think that might be what we're waiting for. It is a fairly long commute, I guess. Yeah, it is a fairly long commute, but that's fine. Is everyone waiting until they're 100% loaded? I just gotta check whilst we're here, you know? You're waiting until 100% loaded. You need to be on wait until 100% loaded. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so if we're all waiting until everyone is 100% loaded, then we will never have any issues ever again. Also, yeah. Have I distributed where people are supposed to go? Okay, yeah, this is the problem. So currently, people are not going where I want them to go. Yeah, so they need to be going to the food factory, distillery, livestock farm. No, wait, they don't need to be going... they do need to be going to livestock farm, fabric factory, and the clothing factory. Yeah, they need to be going absolutely everywhere. Is the secondary bus incoming in a second? Yeah, the secondary bus is incoming in a second. So that's going to bring a crop of 19 new people. So we should see at least a couple go to the food factory. Yeah, so that is a much more accurate distribution. A much better distribution of where I want the workers to be going. Because, I mean, that was 100 workers, and the vast majority of those people went to work in the fields. Yeah, I mean, that's 20 people between, you know, Grainsky Small Field 6 and Grainsky Medium Field 2. Which is not ideal, actually. Even though they are making good progress on harvesting the crops, we need to, frankly, make more food. And that is going to be the priority for us for the next wee while, I would suspect. Very much so. Because it's not a worker-employee issue, I don't think. Also, do I have a pub here? Yeah, I do have a pub here. Everyone can access the pub bar 1. That's cool. Yeah, so literally just food that we really need to worry about importing. That's exporting. Yeah, so steel, we've imported a lot of steel, imported a lot of fuel. 5,000 rubles worth of food as well, so that's not super hot. We are completely powered though. I mean, that is a ringing endorsement. That is a ringing endorsement. I'm very happy with that. Okay, it's time. It's time. It's time to gravelify this road. I did talk about doing it like a lot. Not in the last episode. And in fact, maybe it was the last episode. But I definitely talked about it. I definitely talked about making sure that this entire road was fully gravelified. If it's gravelified, then that means that, well, in the first instance, it looks like a proper main road, which it actually is. But also it means that the trucks are able to drive substantially faster down it. And if they're able to drive faster down the road, then, you know, that's good. Because it means they're able to get to their destination quicker. And getting to their destination quicker means that they're able to pick up more resources. And picking up more resources means, you know, more gravel. I also think that we're going to get a couple more trucks. So we'll go into just purchase. And we will go dumper. We will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So that's cool. And you are going to go to the end. Perfect. So we got to be very careful about this to make sure that we only assign the right trucks to the right place. So we're just going to take a copy of all the trucks here whilst they are in their little depot. just to make sure. In fact, I can just click on that and then go that there. And scroll over here. Cool. Do that. Brilliant. And go over here. All related vehicles. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Brilliant. Okay, and one more, and then we're across the line. And there's a fire as well. Need to stay on top of that. Make sure that that doesn't get to a super bad place. Right. Wonderful. Okay, so that is basically... What is that? That's added an extra 50%. An extra 50% gravel production. That's a fairly large amount of gravel production that we've just added there. So that's pretty good. What have we got? Okay, that is a very, very key building right there. And I am absolutely unconvinced that I'm going to be able to get a road to it. He says. He says, and then immediately takes back because he realizes that he can actually get a road to it. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Fire truck is being called and is headed to the fire. Thank goodness. Where's the fire truck coming from? All the way over at the other side of town. I mean, this fire is in literally a coal storage area, so I'm finding it difficult to envision a world where in real life this doesn't go up completely in flames. I mean, let's be real, it probably does, doesn't it? Where's the fire trucks? Fire trucks are just inbound at the moment, which is quite nice. So it's just about to reach 50%. Okay, brilliant. And are we going to see progress? Yes, progress. Progress is being made. Fantastic. Okay, so that's looking good. There's going to be no unloading of coal until... Of course, until this fire is completely extinguished. I also, something that I really, really want to do, and I think I'm going to do it over the course of this episode. In fact, I'm probably going to do it about now. I want to create, like, waiting sidings. So what I mean by that is that I'm actually going to want to branch off. Yeah, so I want to branch this off here. And then bring this down parallel to the track. The main line, that is. And then that can connect up there. Or even into there. It doesn't particularly matter. If we do it like this, then it can be slightly smoother. I say slightly smoother. Yeah, it doesn't need to connect up there at all. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make, we're gonna link that up there. The point that I'm trying to make is that if we have like sidings, then that means that we can better manage our trains once they've left the main line. Because at the moment, the trains have to wait here if they want to get into the coal area. In fact, that might be an issue that we'll come across in just a second. Yeah, so this is a coal train, for example. It's thundering along. Yep, completely oblivious to the fact that, you know... There we go, fire has just been extinguished, happily. Completely oblivious to the fact that there has been a fire, and therefore there are two trains that are currently on the unloading pad at this very moment in time. So when he arrives, he's got nowhere to go but stay on the main line right here and block everybody's access. And by everybody's, I mean anyone who is like downline of this specific train. So in that case, or in this case, it would be the gravel area, and we're not able to utilize that until this train has moved. Thankfully, it should be now. Although it's not right now because I need to put a signal on a bit of unbuilt track. Can you believe that? That's a little bit ridiculous, but that is what it is. Chain signal in there. Fantastic. Yeah, I kind of want this to be built by our new rail construction depot. How's that working on, actually? It's not working out too badly. Not working out too badly at all. We need a power supply, we need a train set, and we need fuel as well. That's not too difficult to deal with. That's absolutely fine. I mean, look, it's just a work in progress at the moment. Man, I love these episodes. I love these episodes where I go around and fix a couple of different problems. Because, I mean, you know, there's always a bunch of problems. I mean, this is a big old problem here, isn't it? Oh, goodness gracious me, is this a problem? Ooh, you go to the next one. Yeah, I never want this to happen again. You go to the next one. Unload, please. Have we run out of rail passengers? Yeah, we straight up ran out of passengers. Oh, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. Oh, I tell you how I can fix this, actually. Maybe a little bit of a janky way to fix this problem. But if I delete that there, yeah, perfect. And then I build this road down here. We can have... Yeah, delete that there. We can have this as a bespoke road, pretty much, for buses. Is there any way that I can get another parallel road in here? Doubt it. Yeah, that would be really nice to connect up to, if at all possible. But I don't think that that's going to work. Yeah, no, that's absolutely not going to work. Okay, fine. Well, we'll just need to leave that like there, like so. If we do this, if we leave this in this location, then we shouldn't have any problems with buses or whatever in the future. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan. Whether it will materialize like that, I guess will remain to be seen. But the point is that we need as many people making food as we possibly can get. And at the moment, we are not getting anywhere near that number. We've got 31 passengers coming in on there. Cool. I also don't like how the buses all seem to arrive at exactly the same time. Which does seem pretty irritating, frankly, but that's okay, I guess. Yeah, man, we are making food really, really slowly. It's not really slow. But it's slow enough that it's a bit of a problem. Let me bump up the percentage that go to the food factory. 46% to the food factory. So that's really showing everyone where my priorities lie. We need to get our food sorted, and we need to get it sorted quickly. Because there's a long, long tailback, and it needs to be dealt with as swiftly as we possibly can. There's 30 flippin' people in the clothing factory, and we don't even really need to make that many clothing. That many clothing? We don't need to make that many clothes. That many clothing. We just don't need to make that many clothing. It's literally that simple English. That's all we really need. Oh, also, you know what I haven't checked on in a little while? That's right, the trolley bus situation, baby. That's right. That's right. How's it looking? It's looking not too bad. I like it. I like the trolley bus. I think it's cool. I think it's very cool. Asphalt is missing gravel. Oh, man, gravel. We cannot miss out on gravel. If we miss out on gravel, then all of this stuff grinds to a halt. All of our construction grinds to a halt. Oh, you're kidding me. Is this a problem? Oh, it's a problem. It's a problem with the track that I've... tried to build. I've not even tried to properly build it yet. You know what? Just disconnect it over here. You know? Disconnect it over there. You should work now, though, right? Yes, you should absolutely work, but I'm going to reset that signal there. Yeah, so that should work from now on, which is brilliant. And we've got a gravel train. Maybe I get a second gravel train, to be honest. Given that I did just dramatically increase the number of gravel trucks that I have operating. Maybe another gravel truck would be prudent. Yeah, but no matter. How much steel are we producing? We're probably producing rather a lot of steel. We can't be far off. I also feel like we're absolutely not far off the coal ore processing. Yeah, that is going to be huge for us. 30,000 rubles in order to finish this ore processing plant off. I mean, that would be really, really nice. Right, but now we're making asphalt. That's brilliant. And we're also going to be making concrete again. Fantastic. Fantastic. Our production percentage is not looking too bad. I'd tell you what I could possibly do. Tell you what I could possibly do. Where am I looking for? I'm looking for... Oh. You've got a... You're confused. Oh, no. Why? Just... What are you doing? Turn around. Go there. Oh, goodness gracious me. I didn't realize that we weren't producing... Oh. What the heck are you doing? What the heck are you doing, train? How is this difficult? It's not difficult. It's not difficult at all. Okay, there is a way around this. Some other infrastructure's in the way. Is it really in the way? Okay. Cancel that then. Cancel going to the depot, and you're just going to run out of fuel. And then let's see if we can connect up to this line here. Yeah, how much is that going to cost me? 2,000 rubles. 2,000 rubles of despair. There's seemingly no way to get you back to your depot and still be happy. Can't ditch that bit of track, even though I do want to ditch that bit of track. Okay, you know what? I'm just sick and tired of this. Give me a... Oh, I can't get a motor wagon. It's an MV... Oh, no, I can't get a motor wagon. I can't get that exact type. Right. Dispatch. Go. There we go. Okay, and you are getting sold because you're useless. That's right. Okay, so now what I've had to do, because the train simply doesn't want to work, we're going to have one... We're going to have one train filling up on the right side and one train filling up on the left side. That's super irritating that all of our oil production basically just disappeared because one of the trains decided to start freaking out and not working properly. Oh gosh darn, that's irritating. I mean, I cannot tell you how unbelievably irritating that is to have a whole bunch of trains just, or a whole bunch of trucks just sitting around doing absolutely nothing for the past, I don't even know how long. Either way, I think we've foolproofed the system now. I mean, maybe that's a bit optimistic, to be honest. In fact, I highly suspect that it's very optimistic. But man, I really dislike when there's like a massive inefficiency like that. There's almost nothing that you can do. I say there's nothing that you can do. I could do more. I could do more by keeping a closer eye on things. However, in saying that, the size of the map is absolutely gargantuan. It is, like, far and away the largest thing since sliced bread. That is an analogy. That is an analogy that I wish to follow through on. Absolutely, it's an analogy that I wish to follow through on. Okay, lots and lots and lots of people. Brilliant. Last chance to buy a couple of excavators. Don't care about that. We fixed that fire already. Looks like we've got a good consistent amount of coal. And we're just waiting for 21 more tons of steel to be delivered. And then we will be 100% completed. I say 100% completed. We won't have completed the entire operation. However, we will have completed as much as we possibly can with the materials and current production stuff. I.e., we can't ever supply the building with mechanical components. However, you know, we can supply all the steel and stuff like that. And I think I'm mostly happy with this. Oh, look! One of the trains has been dispatched. Also, I'm gonna buy more forklifts. The reason that I'm gonna do that is because I want to equally prioritize exports as well as domestic use. So now what we're going to see is we're going to see 50% of the resources stuck into the open storage small and 50% of the resources stuck into the open storage medium, and that will come in very handy, I suspect. It probably won't be a pure 50-50 split, but it will at least be close enough to a 50-50 split that I'm okay with it. Okay, we got another coal train waiting over here. Gravel, we're doing okay for gravel. Okay, this is good. I feel like everything is in balance at the moment. We've got a good number of professors, a good number of students being taught. I say that. You know, we've got an okay number of students being taught. I feel like maybe we could work on some selective immigration programs and try and bring in some smart people to teach our students. However, I also feel like that's not a super high priority at this moment in time. I think I'd much rather get the other constructions done. Also, I don't suspect that we've done much work. No, not done much work on the prefab panel home that we're about to build at the moment. Although, in fairness, most of the reason why we haven't done that much work is, yeah, pretty much entirely because I've just not devoted that many people to working on the project. So that will build itself. That will sort of take care of itself over time. Same with this research. I mean, just over the course of this episode, we've already managed to reach 50%, which is not too bad at all. We've almost fully replenished our prefab panels. Oh, yes. The thing that I was going to go and do was I was going to go and see what the operation was over here. Yeah, so what we could theoretically do is we could theoretically move this power transformer somewhere else in order to sell more power at the border, because there is one power selling point over here. We have a little look. Uh-oh. I think the game might have crashed. What I was gonna say is that there was one power selling point on the Soviet side. So yeah, it's frozen. It's white screened for me, but you can still see an image of that map. Right. So just to the left of where the scene is that you're looking at the moment, there's a power selling point there, which is where we're currently exporting power. Also, in the bottom right of the map, there is another power selling point, and that was where we were buying power for our oil refinery before, of course, we built those massive high energy power transmission pylons across the water. Now, if we're able to extend the massive power pylons down to the bottom of that land mass down in the bottom right hand corner of the map, then there's a good chance that we're going to be able to max out our exports and make ourselves a little bit more money, which is definitely something that you want to keep in mind. So on that note, there's a little bit of a crash. It's a little bit awkward to be ending an episode a little bit early, but c'est la vie. What can I do? Not very much, I'm afraid. Ladies and gents, thank you as ever for watching this here episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, has been ObitoPotato. Thanks as ever to the generous patrons who help make videos like this possible. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.